Confidence Show, a podcast for female entrepreneurs with big dreams who want to create deep-rooted self-confidence and run their business on their own terms. I'm your host, confidence coach Rebecca Hawkes, and I believe you have what it takes to create the success you dream of. Hi guys, welcome back to The Confidence Show. This episode is completely unplanned, unscripted. I've got no notes with me because it's something that I just really felt called to talk about, and I thought while I'm in the mood I should probably get everything out of my head and into this episode for you. So it's Sunday afternoon. I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know what the date is. I obviously know what day of the week it is because I've just told you. I have had a couple of glasses of wine because it's Sunday and why not? So let's see how this one goes. But it's Sunday afternoon, evening actually, and I've had a really peaceful day, feeling really good. The sun has been shining, blue skies, I've got my candle lit, and yeah, just finished cleaning the bathroom, so exciting times. And today I really wanted to talk to you about how you can live your dream life regardless of the situation that you're in. So I think a lot when we talk about, a lot of the time when we talk about our big vision and our dream life, we get sucked into this big idea that it has to be this certain way, like it has to be this perfect, I mean, we call it our perfect day, don't we? I've started calling it our dream day because it feels a lot nicer and it kind of fits more into my business. But we think about our perfect day and we think, in order to live like that, our vision has to match our day-to-day life. So we have to go through that perfect day exactly as our vision looks. And sometimes that can cause a bit of a disconnect. I know for me it can cause a bit of a disconnect because I feel like, okay, well, I've got this big vision, that's wonderful, it's motivating me, I'm visualising it every day, but I'm still not on a beach. I'm still not waking up and going out on my balcony, looking at the sea. I'm still not doing none of those things. And it feels, especially now with the current situation at the moment, with the UK's in lockdown, my big vision is very, very far away. And it's going to be very, very far away for the foreseeable future because we can't travel anywhere. And I've felt a lot this week. I found it really difficult and I find it hard to motivate me because normally if I'm struggling for motivation, if I'm struggling for inspiration, I will spend some time visualizing my big goal, my perfect day. And that motivates me to move forward because I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm working towards. If I achieve my goals, if I work towards my goals, this is what I'm going to get at the end. But because that seems so far away, it just kind of, I'm not finding it so motivating right now. So I wrote an email to my list this week about how you can live your dream life now, even during this situation and even during any situation. Like, it doesn't have to be a serious situation such as lockdown or the coronavirus. It can just be day-to-day life. It can just be that you've set this big goal for yourself and it's maybe your 1-year goal or your 3-year goals or your 5-year goals, but you can live parts of that right now in this moment. You don't have to wait until you've got all the money or you've got all the clients or you've got all your freedom, or you don't have to wait for anything. You can start to live it now. And I've done this a few times this week. I've noticed that actually kind of unconsciously I've been living parts of my dream day and it's been wonderful. And when I've kind of sat back and reflected, it's felt really nice to feel good in a difficult situation. And I know for a lot of you that might be really hard right now. Perhaps like me, you're having a down day today, and maybe today isn't the day that you listen to this episode. Last week when I was having my really anxious day, it's the day that I recorded my anxiety episode, I would not have wanted to listen to myself right now because I would have been very much in the mindset of, you are talking crazy, like, don't talk to me about my dream life when so much crap is going on. But today I'm feeling positive, I'm trying to look to the future and trying to look at things with a positive mindset. And that's why I really wanted to talk to you guys about it. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is just dive into a few ways that you can live your dream day now or any day without you needing to have all the things that your dream day has, if that makes sense. So a few ways that you can start to either reconnect with your vision or live your dream day. One of the first things is get dressed. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to get dressed. Like, what's the point in getting dressed when I'm just at home? I've been working from home now for over 3 years. So I started my business in 2017 when I moved to the island of Utila. And from then, I've been working from home. So I know the difference between how I perform in my business when I'm sat in a onesie and how I perform in my business when I've got up, I've put makeup on and I've done my hair. I'm a lot more productive when I am dressed like the CEO I want to become compared to dressing for my current situation. And I heard a quote the other day and it was, dress for the social life you want, not for the social life you have. And that's obviously very lockdown focused because we're all stuck at home. But that applies to anything. Like there are days where I spend half an hour doing my makeup and all I'm doing is sitting in front of my laptop, because when I do that I feel really good, and I think that's important. So getting dressed is one of the ways that you can start living your dream life now, dressing as the person that you're becoming rather than dressing as the person that you see yourself now. So for me, things like I will often wear a bikini underneath my jumper and jeans because it reminds me of what I'm working towards. If I've got a bikini on, it's like this, it's like a little secret that I have of myself of like, oh, I've got a bikini on underneath, because that's what my life is going to be like. There's going to come a point where I do move I move abroad again. I do go and live on a tropical island again. At the moment, it's looking like it's going to be New Zealand, where I'm going to move long term. But that's the beauty of my business. I can pick up and go wherever I want when I'm allowed to. But that's the life that I'm going to be living. I'm going to be back in bikinis every day. And I love that life. It makes me so happy. And there's no reason that I can't wear a bikini now, even though I'm not going to the beach. So that's just a little example there. So dress for the life that you want, not the life that you have. Next is choose an activity. So have a think about all the activities in your dream day and then commit to doing one of those activities. It doesn't matter that you're not living your full dream day. There's no reason that you can't live parts of it. So for example, having a glass of wine at sunset, there's no reason that you can't go and sit in your garden or stand on your balcony or, I don't know, sit in your bedroom with a glass of wine and watch the sunset. There's no reason that you can't do that. Things like a yoga class, like for me, my dream day starts with getting up, really nice breakfast, I'm outside doing my mindset work on my balcony with the ocean in the background, and then mid-morning I go to a yoga class or some kind of fitness class. That's an important part of my dream day. So now I will say, okay, how can I do that? Right, well, there's no reason that I can't do an online yoga class from the comfort of my living room, and I can do that now. So I will try and factor in that to my day. Things like having brunch outside. I love to eat outside. I love to eat anything outside, not just brunch. And I love to eat. These are important parts of my dream day. There's no reason that you can't go and do that. And having an afternoon nap, that's always going to be factored into my dream day because I love a nap, as I think I spoke about in another episode. But all these little activities, all these small activities that make up your dream day, every single day you can say, okay, well today I'm going to take this activity. Or you could even do 3 or 4. There's no reason that you couldn't sleep in. So perhaps one of your parts of your dream day is not waking up to an alarm. What a beauty that of a day that would be. So you could just not set an alarm one day. There's no reason that you have to do all these things that we think we have to do. Next is, this one's quite applicable for right now, is save some money. So think about the trips that you want to go on, or an outfit that you'd like to buy, or somewhere that you'd like to visit, somewhere that you'd like to go for dinner. You could just open a savings account right now and save a tiny amount towards that dream every week. Even if it's just like £5 every week, where you're like, okay, well this is going to go, because I mean, think about how much money you're saving at the moment, because you're not going out for dinner, you're not going anywhere, you're not travelling, you're not going for your coffee. Like, I don't typically spend that much money during the week, but those coffees when I go and work at cafes add up. So that money now, that 20 quid a week that I spend on coffee, there's no reason that I can't put that in a savings account and be like, do you know what, this is going to go towards my dream. Okay, this is a really good one. I shared this with my list in a separate email last week, and I had responses back saying how helpful this was. So this is about auditing your business. So if you dream of working like 4 to 5 hours a day, have a look at your business and see where you can free up some of your time. So is there anywhere that you're overcommitting? Are there any tasks that you're giving yourselves that you think you have to give yourself because that's what everybody else does? Are you trying to be on every social platform? This is a massive one for me because I was a social media manager, and in my brain I'm like, okay, I have to be everywhere because that's what a good social media manager does. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn. I think that's it. TikTok now. But the truth is, when I try to be on all those platforms, I spend so much time trying to get my content in order and tweaking my content for different platforms and trying to engage everywhere and spreading myself too thin. It's like jack of all trades but master of none. And I've recently, it has been really, really difficult, but I've recently dropped everything that isn't Instagram. I've done a little bit of TikTok because that to me is like a fun thing to do. So I haven't seen that as work. I've seen that as something fun to experiment with. But Instagram is my sole focus. Every now and then I might post on LinkedIn. Every now and then I might post on Facebook. But when I look at my day-to-day week, does that even make sense when I look at my day-to-day week? I don't even know. But when I look at what I'm doing, the activity that I'm doing on a weekly basis, Instagram is my focus. Engaging my content, showing up on there. And things like, are you getting lost in any tasks that aren't moving you forward? I do a regular audit of my business. I do a regular audit of everything that I'm doing. And I did this last week, and I've made my business so much more simple. Again, even simpler than it was. Even when it comes to my Instagram strategy, at the start of the year I was posting twice a day. Then in February or March I dropped it down to once a day, and now I'm dropping it to 3 to 4 posts a week. And that is for my own mental health. I want to focus on really quality content rather than thinking up 7 different posts a week. I'm much more about creating really 3 pieces of really quality content that are going to be really impactful, and then showing up on stories and engaging like every day. But I want to take more time for me, and at the moment I'm working over that 4 to 5 hours that I want. Like my dream day is like 4 to 5 hours. So I've kind of stepped back and dropped things. So drop anything that isn't important, and then spend that time that you've got doing something that makes you happy. For me, my focus is a lot more on self-care, on exercise, on doing puzzles, on doing anything that's going to keep my mental health in a good place, especially with everything that we're going through right now. My sole focus is keeping myself, like my mind, body and soul, really healthy. So I've just let go of everything that isn't important. So I hope that was helpful. It's just a quick one today, but it's something that I really wanted to speak to you about because I feel like a lot of the time when we think about our big vision, we feel like it's so far away, or in times like now, we feel so disconnected from it and it's really hard. But there is no reason that you can't live your dream life right now. And since I've thought about these things as well, I've made the conscious effort this week especially to really be focusing on doing the things that make me really happy. And it has been a really, really good few days since I've been doing that. Even things like eating Greek yogurt with honey and granola for breakfast. I used to do that when I went on a yoga retreat in Greece a couple of years ago. Every morning we'd get up and we'd have this delicious breakfast, and I've been trying to incorporate that into my life now because that is part of my dream day. My dream day is all about feeling good and feeling happy and getting to the end of the day and looking back and being like, do you know what, I feel really content. It's those small things that make you feel really good rather than focusing on the big material things that we sometimes get really lost in. I'm completely guilty of that as well, so I'm with you there. If this was helpful, then please do let me know. I'd love for you to come over to Instagram at RebeccaLucyH and tell me what one thing you can commit to doing this week. So whether it's getting dressed, whether it's choosing an activity, let me know what that activity is, whether you're going to save some money or that you've audited your business. I'd love for you to come and share with me how it helped. Share it in a post, in your Instagram stories, or come and DM me and we can have a little chat there. That'd be really, really nice. I'd really appreciate that. If you need help getting clear on your big vision and reconnecting to your big vision, then I've got a free workbook for you. I think it's like 30 pages, but it helps you assess your life. It helps you break down all the different areas of your life. So it's split into 6 areas. You can look at each area at a time, work through the workbook, understand what it is you really want to achieve, and then you can start achieving that right now. There's no reason that you have to wait until you've got all these things, as I said before. So you can find it rebeccalucyh.co/freebie, or I'm going to leave the link in the show notes anyway. If this was helpful, please do get in touch, and if you're on iTunes, I would absolutely love for you to leave me a review. It would make me really, really happy. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go and probably have some more wine because now it's Sunday evening, and why not? Why not? Wine not. Oh God, I kill myself. I make myself laugh so much. If you can't make yourself laugh, who else are you going to make laugh? Anyways, have a wonderful week, and I will see you again very, very soon. Thanks so much for listening to The Confidence Show with me, Rebecca Hawkes. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love for you to hit subscribe and leave me a review telling me what you thought. Don't forget to connect with me on Instagram, where you'll find daily inspiration and tips to help you reduce your overwhelm, let go of self-doubt, and create unbreakable self-confidence. Find me at Rebecca Lucy H, and I'll see you in the next episode.